Let's talk about tipping in Spain. If you're new here or just visiting, you've probably asked yourself, am I supposed to tip? How much? Well, the waiters secretly hate me if I don't. Here's the thing. Spain is not a tipping culture. Tipping here is optional. You're not insulting anyone if you don't leave a tip. You'll still get your change. Nobody's gonna be chasing you down the street. The price you see on the menu is the final price. Taxes and services included. You're not expected to leave 15 or 20% on top of that price like in some other countries. If you leave a tip, that's a kind gesture, not an obligation. Many locals will choose to tip when the service was genuinely good. If it wasn't, they'll just pay the bill and move on, and you can absolutely follow their lead. If you do choose to tip, a good rule of thumb would be to follow one of these two, rounding up the bill or adding a euro or two. Here's an easy cheat sheet. Coffee at the bar? No tip needed. Smile, say gracias, and you're golden. Having a casual meal or tapas? In this case, you can optionally round up the bill or leave 1 or 2 euros. For example, your bill is 28 euros 80 cents. So you can hand over 30 or pay the exact amount and then just leave 1 or 2 euros in cash on the table. Fancy dinner. You can optionally tip 5 euros in total, not per person, especially if the service was exceptional and, of course, based on the overall bill. For example, if you've had a fancy romantic dinner with your partner and the bill is 115 euros, leaving 5 per couple is more than fine. Yes, Spanish waiters work hard, often long, tough shifts. And of course, they absolutely appreciate it when someone says thanks with a little extra. However, with Spain's minimum wage at 1,381 euros gross per month in 12 payments, the system isn't built around tips as the main source of income. Of course, it's not a luxurious salary by any means, but it helps ensure that waiters don't have to depend on tips just to make ends meet. So if you can and want to leave something extra, that's a lovely gesture, but you're never required to. After all, no one wants the world where if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to eat out. So next time when someone tells you you have to tip, remember you don't, but you totally can. Tip for the joy, not out of fear. And if you do, keep it simple, round up, a euro or two. It's thoughtful and it goes a long way. If you found this helpful and if you're interested in hearing more about life in Spain, hit subscribe. Here I share practical tips on the everyday living here and the fun and easy ways of learning Spanish, including local slang. Ever left a tip in Spain and got a funny look? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and if you want to learn about yet another interesting aspect of living here, make sure to check my other video on one of the biggest national questions. Tortilla de patata, con cebolla or sin cebolla? Trust me, friendships have been ruined over this. Families divided, and entire dinner tables gone silent. You don't want to miss this. Hasta luego, and may your café never be solo. Unless you want it to be.